So first of all, thank you to Provost Holford and Carol for the beautiful remarks today. And thank you to Chancellor Keon for putting this event together. I'm really kind of overwhelmed right now. So thank you. I am so honored to be here this afternoon with all of you. I'm humbled to be the recipient of this prestigious award. I'd particularly like to thank our esteemed Governor, Eric Holcomb, for this recognition. I have met the Governor, and I'm proud to be a recipient of this award under his leadership. He really is an incredible man. I'd also like to thank Representative Jim Pressel for nominating me. Thank you for believing in me and recognizing my work. You are an amazing person. I could just tell when we spoke and we met just how incredible you are. And I appreciate this more than you'll ever know. I've got quite a few people to thank, so bear with me. I'd also like to thank our retired Senator Jim Arnold for being a friend of my work, and he was always there when I need him. In fact, Senator Arnold drove me to Indianapolis to start my conversations on a much-needed compensation bill. I'm so grateful to know you. We actually met sitting on the board together at the Indiana State Prison, and I think we both sat on the Westville Correctional Board together as well. I'd also like to thank Senator Ed Charbonneau for being here, because I know you're a busy man, and he never texts back. I will tell you, he's the worst. I thought my husband was a bad texter until I started texting with Ed Charbonneau. But at any rate, thank you so much for being here. You've been such a good friend to me and my work as well. I also want to thank Dr. Paul McGrath, who's here in the back. Paul, can you raise your hand? Dr. McGrath is my former boss. Without him, none of my work would have been possible, none of it. Each time I went to him and I said, hey, I need some money to host an event or whatever, he found a way to make it happen. Paul, I want you to see the result of your amazing support. Thank you so much. I'm always telling him that, and he just is so humble. I want to also thank my good friend, Mr. Timmy Donald, who introduced me into a world that is full of injustice, yet hope. You inspire me each and every time we speak. The greatest gift of friendship has been you. I get very emotional when I talk about Timmy. I care deeply for you and will forever be your biggest supporter, and that's because I know you. You're not just a good man, you're a great man. You are a deserving man. Together, we created the Willie T. Donald Exoneration Advisory Coalition, and in fact, some of my board members are here. I think Robin is here. Prosecutor Gary Germain, I can't even say it now, I'm so nervous. Gary Germain is here from Porter County, and I cannot believe this, but my friend and the vice president of the board drove in from Indianapolis, Eddie Gill. Eddie, wave. He just won an Emmy, by the way. I can't compare, but he did just win an Emmy Award. Unbelievable. He's a commentator for Fox Sports, so for the Pacers. So congratulations on that Emmy win. That's huge. So thank you so much for driving. That's a long drive to come here for this, so I really appreciate you. You're all amazing, all these board members. And this group of people on this board make me look like a rock star. They work so hard. I want to recognize my siblings who couldn't be here, my sisters Nancy and Mimi, and my brother Ph.D, who is not here. He's a cardiologist and probably doing surgery somewhere, for a lifetime of friendship. I'm so blessed to be your sister. I want to introduce you all, if you haven't met, my parents. Dr. Mir Ali, who was also a recipient of the Sagamore in 2002 from the late Governor Frank O'Bannon. And my mom, Lena Ali. I am forever grateful God blessed me with the most amazing parents. There are no words to adequately thank you, Mom and Dad, but thank you, and I love you both very much. I had a long thing for them, but Dad told me to cut my speech, and he got cut. So sorry, Dad. You did tell me to cut, and that's the part I had to cut. But anyway, I love you both. Lastly, I want to thank my family, the love of my life, my husband, Ralph, who never hears that from me as often as he should. Together, we have built a beautiful life. Thank you, because he's very patient with me. Our amazing children, Reese and Bryn, thank you, because they are always supporting me, and they've sacrificed a lot for me to be able to do all the things that I'm doing. I love you all very, very much. Now I want to share a story with you. It's a very quick story, but I think some of you will appreciate this. When I was a student at Ball State University, I had straight A's in my criminal justice major, senior year. Then I take a corrections course. This is my senior year, and I missed an A by 1 point on the final exam. 1 point. I went up to my professor, Dr. Hendricks, and politely shared with him that I deserved an A, as one of his questions had multiple correct answers. He disagreed, and he said to me, "Miss Ali, in the scheme of life, this 1 point, your B+, is meaningless." I was so angry, and I felt he was wrong, and I felt he was unfair. Fast forward 10 years. I'm attending a criminal justice conference, and I hear, Miss Ali," and I look up the top of the stairs, and there's Dr. Hendricks. I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know what I was going to say to him. So he comes down, and we speak. I'm still bitter, of course, about that 1 point. It's a true story. And he says, "You see, Dr. Ali, just as I said, that 1 point was meaningless in the scheme of your life. You have achieved what you have wanted." I laughed, he laughed. While I don't even remember what was on that final exam, I learned a great life lesson. We can achieve what we want, even if our journey is imperfect. By the way, Dr. Hendricks and I are Facebook friends, and we still laugh about that B+. I haven't forgotten. I've shared with my students that. Today, I think I'd give my students that point, but I learned a great deal from that 1 B+ in my major. With that, as a recipient of this prestigious award, I promise all of you that I will continue to use my imperfect voice and my platform to help those in need. Interestingly, as I try to help others, I find that they often help me more. I'll close with one of my favorite quotes by Mother Teresa. "I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together, we can do great things." Thank you.